Yomimon. Hansel and Gretel, Part 1. At a small cabin in the forest lived a sibling called Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel were left motherless when they were very young and were living with their father. Then one day, their father came back home with their new stepmother. However, their new stepmother detested Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, this is so frustrating. How are we going to manage our living when we have 2 more mouths to feed?
Honey, why don't we abandon the kids in the forest and come back home?
What? What does that even mean? How can you abandon your own children?
However, as the tormenting of the stepmother went on day after day, he gave in to the stepmother's terrible idea.
What? They're going to abandon us?
Hansel, what are we going to do now? For some reason, Hansel started picking up white pebbles from the ground and put it in his pocket. The next morning,
Kids, let's go on a picnic.
the stepmother went into the forest with Hansel and Gretel. On the way, Hansel dropped the white pebbles he brought from home without letting the stepmother know. As they arrived at a point deep in the forest, the stepmother said,
Kids, I'm going to go get some twigs to start fire. So, stay put and don't wander off.
No matter how long they waited, the stepmother didn't return. When it became dark, Gretel was scared and started to cry.
Hansel, I'm scared.
Don't worry, Gretel. I have a plan.
Hansel began to spot the white pebbles he dropped on the way and followed them to get back home.
How in the world did these kids find their way back home? I've had it. I'm going to lock them up in their rooms until tomorrow and abandon them in the deep forest again.
Hansel and Gretel were then locked in a room.
What am I going to do? Now I can't pick of pebbles to mark my way in the forest tomorrow. Wait a minute. I have another idea.
The next morning, the stepmother brought the kids into the deep forest again. During the way, Hansel dropped the breadcrumbs he secretly brought.
I doubt that they will return home this time. Kids, wait here for a moment. I'll be back shortly.
However, the stepmother did not return as she didn't last time. The sun went down and it became dark in the forest. Hansel and Gretel started to find the breadcrumbs to find their way back home.
Oh no! There are no breadcrumbs!
What are they going to do? The birds must have found all the breadcrumbs and ate them.